Today on Warrior Update, we feature a two-sport athlete, there's a new face for boys basketball, and Warriors tackle public speaking. It's Friday, December 3rd. I'm Reed Foreman, and this is Warrior Update. Boys basketball has a new head coach. Sean Bison has more.
There's a new face on the sideline for boys basketball this season. Andrew Schweitzer was hired as the new head coach back in March. Having played Waubonsie as an assistant coach for Wheaton Warrenville South, Schweitzer was familiar with the talent and work ethic of the program.
Honestly, I felt ready for this kind of moment or opportunity. I was waiting for the right one over the last year. I know there's going to be things that don't go to plan, but I think that if you have built-in contingency plans and you have an idea of what you'll do when those happen, I think you'll be fine. I'm just excited to get going in my career and get excited with this team.
A large group of seniors graduated last year, leaving Schweitzer with returning starter Tyler Helbing and a good class of up-and-coming players.
We have a really good senior class in terms of their leadership and their buy-in. They've been awesome since I've come in. We have a very talented junior class that I think has only lost 2 games over their career at Waubonsie Valley. And then on top of that, we have a talented sophomore class, and we have 2 sophomores up with us right now on the varsity. Ultimately, what I've noticed so far is that everyone's bought in. It's an extremely coachable group. It's just a really, really good group to be around, and I'm proud to be coaching them.
Schweitzer says the success of the team ultimately relies on the student athletes.
You get what you put in. So ultimately, the ability to persevere, to work your tail off, and that's when you're going to see your results. If you do those 2 things, if you work your tail off, you put everything you can into it, both the mental and physical aspect of the game, and then also off the court, you got to understand that you can't flip the switch on and off. So you can't be a mediocre student and then a really good basketball player. Sometime that's going to catch up to you. So that consistency, I think, is key.
For Warrior Update, I'm Sean Bison.
Students are looking to change the scenery at Waubonsie. Sophia Kroll has more.
Students at Waubonsie Valley have created an imagery committee, which is studying the name, history, and appearance of the Potawatomi tribe and Chief Waubonsie at the school.
To me, it's more of a way to accurately represent Waubonsie's values of being prideful in what we do, being educated, and that's a huge part of what this committee is trying to do, is educate our student body about our past, the community's past, the past of this land, and the people who have been on it.
It's important because I think as a society we need to kind of correct some of the wrongs of our past, and this is a step towards that, specifically at Waubonsie and in our local community. And I think it's important that people know how to accurately portray the history.
The Warriors are a very tight community, and it's very important to us that we do educate our students properly on why we are the Warriors and who the lineages of us getting to this certain spot. And it's important that we portray them correctly, because right now we're not.
Led by Principal Jason Stipp, the student committee presented to a panel of teachers, community members, Aurora Naperville city officials, and district officials.
It was really inspiring to see that they do care about this process just as much as we do, and that this process is a large group, and we need lots of people to get involved in order for this to get the ball rolling, to be able to complete this such large project.
After talking with them and hearing some of their feedback, it really raised questions about things that we hadn't considered moving forward. Their questions, I feel have guided us so that we now know, we kind of have an outline of what we're going to do going forward.
I love the idea of doing it. I think we need to do it in the right way, and I think they're heading in that direction. I like the idea of educating the students with the history on the land and some innovative ideas like what Native American imagery do we have currently.
The student committee understands that changes will not be immediate and that it will require patience.
I think that it is kind of frustrating just knowing that there's not many things that we can do immediately and having to be patient with the fact that change does not happen immediately, and there are some things that we have to wait, and I unfortunately won't be able to see them as this is my last year here.
This will be continually student-led for the next couple of years, and unfortunately I won't be here after this year to see the impact that we'll continue to have. Hopefully in a future reunion I'll be back to hear more students talk about this process that we've had, and future alumni who've been able to talk about the experience that they've had here at Waubonsie with a more accurate representation here.
For Warrior Update, I'm Sophia Kroll.
And now, a word from our sponsor. It's the season for giving, and Student Council is helping out. Warrior Update has more.
The Giving Tree has returned to Waubonsie Valley's atrium in 2021. It's a chance for students and staff to give back to the community.
So the Giving Tree is where we come together as a community at Waubonsie, and we have different kind of tags by the Christmas trees in the atrium, and each tag has kind of a title to like what we need items, and we tend to donate it to homeless shelters and people who are in need. So we kind of want to give back.
So the Giving Tree is just kind of what Student Council sets up every year as an easy way for students to help and provide for others, and it's just a super inexpensive way to like give back to the community.
It's important to recognize that we all come from different places in life. That's what makes Waubonsie so amazing, and it's important because somebody might be struggling and you can really help someone out and that family out just by a small donation.
To participate, just grab a tag from the tree, purchase the item on the tag, and leave the item under the tree. For Warrior Update, I'm Meredith Anstead.
A class at Waubonsie Valley helps students learn the art of public speaking. Warrior Update has more.
Almost everyone has had apprehension about speaking in front of an audience, but one Waubonsie class helps students develop oral communication skills. Public speaking is an elective course in the English department that introduces students to the art of speaking to a live audience.
This class, it's so worth it. And it looks good for colleges, which is why a lot of people take it, but it also helps you become more confident. And from this class, I've learned how to speak up, be clearer, and you really get close with your classmates.
It helps a lot with not only giving speeches and presentations, it also helps you with working with other people. And I enjoy the community. I like being around other people, and there's a lot of group work and stuff that we do. You get closer with all of your classmates and stuff through that.
I like how close we get and comfortable, because it helps you how to engage with an audience and not have the shyness and worry about who you're communicating with.
Taught by Carrie Sternstein, students learn public speaking through different projects, including individual speeches, impromptu speaking, and radio speaking.
She puts the pressure on you in a good way. She will make you push your limits, and that's something I really enjoy about her teaching style. She is a really amazing teacher, and she's really stuck on making sure that people do the best of their abilities, which I love.
In addition to public speaking, the course also helps with one-to-one and interpersonal communication.
It definitely helps with just communicating with other people in general, because it's not just going up in front of the class and giving some speech. It's also communication between person to person, and it helps you know yourself better as well.
The course is open to sophomores through seniors. For more information about public speaking, ask your guidance counselor or visit the English department. For Warrior Update, I'm Jason Strong.
One student athlete excels at 2 sports. Bryn Drews reports.
One Waubonsie athlete excels at soccer, but is changing gears this winter season. Senior Devin Lynch, who will play soccer for Duke University next year, will be starting for Warrior girls basketball this year. Lynch has been playing soccer since she was 5. She now plays for Sockers FC, a club team in Schaumburg.
So we probably have 4 to 5 trainings a week with like a game or 2 on the weekend. And there's only one other team that is in our conference that is in Illinois, so it's a lot of out-of-state traveling. I've traveled to Portugal twice, Sweden, China, and the Netherlands.
Lynch's last time playing basketball was in 8th grade, and she's excited for the opportunity to play again as a Warrior.
I wanted to be part of something at the school. I've always thought about playing basketball, and for me it was going to just be like a fun thing to like meet new people. The team dynamic with the girls in the basketball team this year is just a lot of fun. Everyone is working hard in practice and pushing each other to get better.
Soccer has actually helped Lynch as a player on the court.
As an athlete, my soccer training has helped me be like aggressive on defense with steals, and also made me able to run the court and like keep up the endurance the entire time.
The Warriors have won 5 of their first 6 games and play against Streamwood on Saturday at 2 o'clock. For Warrior Update, I'm Bryn Drews.
That's all for Warrior Update. I'm Reed Foreman. Thanks for watching. Today on Warrior Update. Today on Warrior Update, we feature a 2-sport athlete. Something's going on. I feel like this is going to be a really long episode. Mr. Montek, trim this. And now, a word from our sponsors. That's all for Warrior Update. I'm Reed Foreman, and my mask is falling down. One student athlete is excelling at 2 sports. Bryn Drews reports.